J.K. Rowling's writing of the Harry Potter series revolutionized the genre of fantasy. She explored the boundary of the genre, which led to fantasy becoming the third most popular genre in the world as of 2014. Her exchange with the readers has led to her books being translated into multiple languages, all of which have been made into 8 brilliant movies. She encountered many obstacles, including her books being rejected 12 times by publishers before it was accepted by Bloomsbury. Because of her imagination, creativity, and magical writing skills, Rowling has become one of the best-known authors of all time. Joanne Rowling, most commonly known as J.K. Rowling, was born on July 31, 1965 in Yate, United Kingdom. From an early age, she wanted to be a writer. At 6 years old, she tried to write a book about a rabbit with measles. When she gave the book to her mother, she thought about getting the book published. Even from the age of 6, she was thinking of getting her books published. She said that her favorite books when she was younger were The Little White Horse and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, both of which are fantasy. These books both came out in the 1950s, and there have not been any popular fantasy books in a while. In 1983, she studied French at the University of Exeter. After she spent a year in Paris, she graduated and went back to London to work. J.K. Rowling first conceived the idea of Harry Potter in 1990. It was on a long train journey from Manchester to London when she began forming the characters of the series in her mind. At this point, there were still no popular fantasy novels. The most popular genre of books was horror fiction. She had never been so excited about an idea before, but she didn't have a pen and was too shy to ask for one. In December of 1990, her mother passed away due to multiple sclerosis, which inspired Harry Potter's grief over his mother more so than his father. In 1991, she left England to get a job as an English teacher in Portugal. She met her first husband in Portugal, and they had a daughter named Jessica. Their marriage only lasted for a couple of years. In December 1993, she returned to the UK and tried to finish writing her book. She survived on state benefits and brought up her daughter as a single parent. J.K. Rowling's agent, Christopher, spent over a year trying to get a publisher. The book was rejected over 12 times before it was accepted by a company called Bloomsbury. The editor, Barry Cunningham, agreed to pay her an advance of £1,500. The decision to take on the book was due to his 8-year-old daughter's enthusiasm after reading the first chapter. However, she was told writers of children's books don't tend to get paid very well. In 1996, after a few weeks of her books being on sale, her book sales started to take off. After Harry Potter's initial success in the UK, an American company, Scholastic, agreed to pay a remarkable £100,000 for the rights to publish in America. On June 26, 1997, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was published. At this point, Harry Potter was one of the only successful fantasy books of the 90s besides the Game of Thrones series. In 1998, her second book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, was released. After a month of release, it went to number 1 in the adult hardback bestseller chart. After Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was released in 1999, it went straight to number 1 on the UK adult hardback bestseller chart and stayed there for 4 weeks. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was published on July 8, 2000, and it broke all records for the greatest number of books sold on the first day publication in the UK. In March of 2001, she released a book entitled Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The plot revolves around Newt Scamander, who was making a quick stop in New York in 1926, shortly after completing his travels around the world to research for his book, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What was meant to be a short stop is prolonged when a no-maj called Jacob Kowalski inadvertently disrupts Newt's magical suitcase, releasing a number of dangerous creatures into the city.
In 1998, Warner Brothers secured the film rights for the books. The films magnified the success of the books, making Harry Potter into one of the most recognizable media products. Under the close guidance of J.K. Rowling, the films stayed close to the original plot. Also at J.K. Rowling's request, all the actors were British and the movies were filmed in Britain. On the 16th of November 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out. The movie grossed $970 million. The second movie came out in November the next year and established a fan base for the Harry Potter world. In June of 2003, the fifth book, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, came out. This book broke all of the records the previous book broke and became the fastest-selling book of all time. In 2004, the third movie was released. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban grossed the least amount of money compared to the other movies. When the sixth book, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, was released in 2005, it again broke records. The fourth film was also released in 2005 in the UK, grossing $890 million. After a 2-year break, the fifth movie, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, was released in 2007. The final book of the series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was released in 2007 also. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince was released in 2009 and grossed $935 million. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 came out on November 19, 2010. It was the first movie of the series to be in 3D. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 opened in the UK and US on July 15, 2011. It had the biggest opening weekend of all time, both domestically and internationally, and is currently on the top 10 highest grossing movie list of all time. In total, the movies have grossed $7,216 million, and the book series has made $7,734 million. Each of these books drew people more and more into the fantasy world of Harry Potter. On Harry Potter's 11th birthday, a half-giant named Hagrid tells him he's a wizard. He also tells him the lightning scar he got on his head is from Voldemort, the man who killed his parents. When Harry goes off to Hogwarts, he instantly becomes friends with Ron and Hermione. Each book takes this trio deeper into the world of magic and friendship. Their journey ends with the ultimate triumph over evil, thus giving hope to millions of fans who feel like they don't belong in a traditional society. There are many conventions that Harry Potter fans could go to in order to meet other fans and cosplay as their favorite characters. The fans can also go to meet and greet / autograph sessions. Some conventions are called MIST-ICON, GeekyCon, LeakyCon, MuggleNet Live, Leviosa, and Granger Leadership Academy. Since the Wizarding World of Harry Potter's opening in June 2010, more than 13.4 million people have visited the Universal Orlando Resort. The $265 million spectacle designed after Harry Potter features rides, shops, and eateries based on the J.K. Rowling book and film series. The Casual Vacancy was J.K. Rowling's first book after the Harry Potter series. The book begins where Barry Fairbrother dies and the town of Pageford is in shock. In this town, the rich is at war with the poor, teenagers are at war with parents, husbands are at war with wives, etc. The empty seat left by Barry on the parish council soon becomes the biggest war the town has seen. This book has also been made into a TV movie series. On April 14, 2015, Very Good Lives, The Fringe Benefits of Failure and the Importance of Imagination was published. In 2008, J.K. Rowling delivered a deeply affecting speech at Harvard University. Now published in book form, Very Good Lives offers J.K. Rowling's words of wisdom for anyone at a turning point in life. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is an upcoming movie that's based on her book with the same name. It's expected to come out on November 18, 2016. J.K. Rowling has a net worth of over $1 billion. She has sold over 450 million copies of the Harry Potter books, which is second only to the Bible. She has also sold over 2 million copies of The Casual Vacancy. Her books have been translated into 73 languages, and her movies have grossed almost $8 million in total. Since her first book coming out, there have been many other fantasy novels and series such as the Percy Jackson series, The Magicians, and the Hunger Games series. The fantasy genre has made an estimated $590.2 million as of 2014 and is the third most popular genre of all time. Through all of the trauma in her life, J.K. Rowling was able to follow a light that led her to success.